Hi. All right, I'm going to be showing you guys the first step of the hot chocolate, and I'm going to do it in the Deluxe blender. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Deluxe blender and this. This is a pretty quick recipe, but I wanted to feature the Deluxe blender today. So most of the posts will go with the blender, and you'll see all sorts of different things. You'll see my upline Tanya, she'll show you some different things that you guys can do with the blender, but today I'm going to show you the hot chocolate. So first I'm going to tell you about the blender, which you guys will learn a few different things about it along the day. So I have my little hot cup of yummy chocolateness that I'm going to put this hot chocolate in. And I'm going to show you the blender. Okay, so here is the blender. It does a ton of stuff. So not only does it make smoothies, and this is a pretty big, so this holds up to 7 cups. So when you're doing, this is a cooking blender, so it can do hot and cold. So when you're doing hot, it can go up to 7 cups, and when you're doing cold stuff, you can go up to 6 cups. So it can make several smoothies at once. So that's really awesome. So if you have a family, you want to make 4 smoothies, you can do it all together at once. Also, it can make alternate milk. I will post a little thing about that. I've made cashew milk before, almond milk. When you make the almond milk, you do have to use the bag to strain it out. With the cashew milk, I did not have to do that, and it was really, really good. So I'll post a little clip when I made that. You can do soup. You can do heated puree. So that's where that cooking comes in, and you can make different things that you need a puree. There's a jam one, so you guys can make jam, your own jam, sauce. And then you can, they have like a grind, and then there's a heated wash, which is awesome. So say you're making something that's like that almond butter. Well, I make almond butter a lot. When you make almond butter, it's a really big pain to clean. So you just do that heated wash. It's 3 minutes. You put up 3 cups. You put a couple, stuff of soap, just like 3 little, I can't even make the word, 3 little pushes, and then you hit the heated wash, and it takes a couple of minutes, and then you just pour it out. So it's awesome. So it cleans it, self-cleaning. I mean, you can't really beat that. So when you get this on, it's not going to really show anything. And also too, you can do a custom blend. So you can just do whatever you want, how fast. There it goes. But here's the lid. This comes off as well. So if you need to, like say when you're making almond butter, have a little tamper thing that you can push down and make sure it's staying down to get everything. So you'll hear that click when it's ready to go. And then we have a toggle here, just like if you guys have like our quick cooker, which is kind of like our Instapot, our pressure cooker, and then our air fryer as well. All of our stuff has this little toggle, and then you push right in the middle when you're ready to use it. So like I said, we are making hot chocolate. I'm going to show you a couple different substitutions because I try to do healthy substitutions a lot of the time. Not all the time, but I do prefer like no dairy, no gluten, things like that. And I know a lot of people do that. So this recipe calls for milk, brown sugar, and salt. And then you can do, it calls for semi-sweet chocolate chips. But I am going to show you a couple different substitutions that I would use for me. This is a creamy oat milk. So this is really awesome to use as like a creamer. So to make that hot chocolate really creamy, this is a really good one. This is a very creamy one. And then also a good substitution for brown sugar is coconut sugar. Brown sugar is coconut sugar. This is a really good substitution. So this could change like the whole feel to it and make it a pretty healthy hot chocolate treat for yourself. Also, instead of semi-sweet, you could use dark chocolate. So those are some substitutions that you could use if you wanted to do a healthier choice. So the first step today is I'm just going to put 4 cups of milk in the blender, and then I'm going to use the sauce option. So I'll show you that, and I'm just going to use regular milk because my girls will probably try this out. So just pouring it so you guys can see. And a lot of the time when you're reading these instructions, it's really important to use them in order. So what they say to put in the blender first is what you should do. So I'm reading it right now. It just says to add the first stage ingredients. So they wanted an order as listed. So that's 4 cups of milk, and I'm going to do a 4th cup of brown sugar. Also too, I'll show you, I keep my brown sugar in this little container, but I also have our brown sugar keepers. and I keep one right on top, and that keeps it really, really fresh. So it's not too hard. This is one of our kids' measuring cups. They're color coded, which is really good for kids to learn colors so they know the different measurements. Okay, so it's a 4th cup, so I'm just gonna pack that in. Oop. Add that, and then a 4th tablespoon of salt. And this is actually, I use from our grinder, this is our Seesaw, and I just like grind it up in this bowl, and I use it. And here we have really good sea salt. It's already measured out a little bit, so I'm just gonna add that right in. And then I'm going to put this on the sauce setting. So I'll show you guys how I do that. And then it's going to heat up. So I'll show you some of this so you can kind of have an idea. And it'll kind of stop and go as it heats up. So if you're using it and you're kind of like, wait, why did it stop? It just kind of does that back and forth as it heats up. So once it gets to the heat that it needs to, it'll create this sauce. And then I will be back to show you the end. Okay, so this is the next step. This took about 35 minutes to do. So it's been cooking on that setting, so it's pretty warm. So I'm gonna open this up. So you can see it's pretty warm. And I'm gonna add a nice cup of hot chocolate, of chocolate chips. And these I use, this is part of our Easy Read. Oh, I forgot some measuring cups, and these are really awesome. These are really actually good for like liquids because you can lay them right on the table and pour, and you can see like it filling up. Okay, so the next step is just to pulse this and hit cancel. And I'm going to go to this pulse button right here, and I'm just gonna do this to mix it all in. Oh, just how quick. That looks so good. Hey, Vi, you wanna come try? And it's that easy. So I'm going to pour some out. The girls have been waiting anxiously for this. Yeah, it's finally ready. Yeah, I did, and you just pulsed it and it mixed right up because it's so warm. It smells really good. I mean, this might be, could be the best hot chocolate, but it's pretty good. Do you want to try?
Can I be in it?
You can. You can say hi.
Hello. Is this live, Mommy?
It's not live. It's just a...
Is that hot?
It is. Oh my gosh. That is really, really good. And it's super, super creamy. So really good. And it's not too hot. Like it's almost like the perfect temperature.
Go get me a spoon.
Get you a spoon. All right. So that is hot chocolate in the blender. And hopefully you enjoyed that. Wanna try it? See ya.